Guys, today we're going to focus on the sorted method of the string. So as you can see the code below, we get the list of students from a student utility class. All it does just return the students that we see here, and a student has name, gender and age. That's it. So what we want to do is we want to sort the students and save them in the lay and create and collect them and print them. So what we can say here, say list students equals, I'm just gonna take out this so that we don't get confused, and I can just print students here. So from here you can see that I created a stream from a list, then I applied a sort, and then I collected this to make it a list, and I print the list. So the fact that this sorted is working already is telling me that this student class is implementing comparable interface. Okay, let's see if that's the case. As you can see, we are implementing comparable. So what I want us to do is we are going to remove this comparable, and we want to also remove the override method, and then we come back. So if we try to execute this code, we are likely to get an exception. So what we want to do now is, let me go back to the code that we had before. Comparable. And we run this code with a comparable interface implemented by that student class. As you can see, we have our data. Let's remove this comparable, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove, I'm just gonna comment out this method. Let's run this code and see what happens. As you can see, we have an error. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna run this code again. So as you can see here, we have a problem here. The problem we are having is that student is not comparable. So we get a class cast exception, because this sorted is trying to use the comparable, which is the natural order, to do the ordering for us, but it finds that student class is not comparable. So we are getting an exception when we are trying to run this code. This is the problem we are having here. So let's go back to comparable. So now it will find it, because student class now is comparable. So as you can see here, this comparable interface, we compare students by name only. So if we come to our comparable, we see that we actually compare by name only. Now the question that we have is, what if they have the same name but different age? Or let's say they have the same name, same gender, but different age. Are they still, can we still be able to sort them correctly? So let's see that. So now what we want to do is, we want to have this guy to be male, and we have John. So we want to see which one will be printed first in the list. See, the one with 20 got printed first. So let's say we put 32 here, we put 20 here. Print it again. You see the one with 32. So the one that came first will be the one to be printed first. So let's say now we also want to print order this based on age. You can actually change your comparator here, but this is not what we're going to do in this lecture. What we wanted to do, sorry, you can also use a comparator, but for now we're going to focus on the comparable, which will give us natural ordering, or you can say default ordering. It's the ordering. So you use comparable when you want to provide default ordering. In case the user does not provide their own ordering, you give them a default ordering, or it's sometimes called natural ordering. So that's what a comparable is used for. So this sorted method, when you use it without arguments, it will use natural ordering. Then as we go on, we will see that we have a sorted method that takes comparator as an argument.